Alright. One more. After that, it is time for the story. They probably have Olympium here. Do I care about that, though? That's the question. Maybe. The question is if I even return. Like, the story plans on me going into the world, triggering the gamma burst, and then immediately fucking away. So ideally I survive. Holy shit. I see you, dickhead. This time I see you. Do not move the explosive crates in my direction, please. It is insane how much they can grab you. Not even the abductors can do this. Run, dickhead. Whoa! Oh, this one is charged. Don't take it out of your inventory. Otherwise, we're getting zapped multiple times until we get rid of it. Okay, everything's still okay here. Tires are looking good. Everything being chilling. Okay. Something, yes. I would like you to not go near my car. Random thing that is uncontrollable by me. Spawning explosive crates. Someone is, I think, a criminal thing. What, already? Alright. I mean, we did have Swift Storm. I guess that's true. Again, one of those fucking steel idiots. Always forcing me off the road. Diagnostic, absolute dickhead. Thank you. I hope this one. I hope this one anchor is completely misguided on the map, and is on a completely different point, like down here. Oh yeah, by the way, I apparently have not scanned this. And you're correct, I didn't. I don't know why. I used it multiple times, but I didn't scan it. My mind is a mysterious device, even to myself. Oh, those are the things that have loot boxes inside them sometimes. Not this time though. Ah, okay. You can't expect something incredibly every single time. Right? Well, you see, that's why you're wrong, kiddo. I can expect it. But the game is just not deliberate. Shut up. Serious? That one zone that drained my fuel faster than normally has taken quite a toll on my total reserves. So we should realize that and taking the next opportunity to fully restock. It's not close in any way or form, but you know, realizing that something could be close is the first step on not making it close anymore. Luckily, fuel isn't getting old. Otherwise, these things would be, I don't know, having... What is the equivalent of, like, if milk stands somewhere for too long, it gets into cheese? What is happening to fuel? What would something equivalent be? You know what I mean with my ontology here. So, just look. Nope. Perfect. Giant fucking trash pearl, by the way. Now, listen. It is currently so dark because of the eerie darkness. We are now entering the story junction. And my hope is that it is nearly 9 in the morning, that we are actually experiencing the end of the game with something to see. Wouldn't that be nice? Sorry. Just a joke at this point that the game is always just fucking dark. Which it is, to be honest. Either it's night or it's eerie darkness. The well. Okay, be silent because I think the characters want to talk. Oh, maybe we are not having any of that. Maybe it's just...
The end of the road. Soon we'll finally see for ourselves what caused the mass hallucination. And what Tobias and Alan died for.
And whether it was all worth it.
Why is there a circuit board? I know why there's a circuit board. It was in my hand, and I didn't put it in my storage, and then I pulled out the gas can. That's why. Okay, the end.
Yeah. Thank you for trusting me when you had every reason not to. Getting to this point together with you, it makes me feel like my old self again.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the well, huh?
Been an honor to watch you work, Dr. Turner.
You know, gamma rays normally don't look
These
like that.
gamma readings, are they real? I can't even begin to guess what could be outputting this much radiation.
Some sort of energy reservoir, a massive fission reaction, or
A portal.
Atlantis.
if this thing really leads us to Atlantis, I'm turning in my PhD.
God, if only Tobias were here to see it.
But watch out, watch out. Tobias is on the other side of the portal. Maybe the end of the game will be cinematic. Maybe it will be hectic. I expect it hectic, to be honest. Oh, those are complete trash. They don't have even fuel inside of them. But if you don't stop me, I will take the time to get some more stuff. Even in the peak of storytelling, ladies and gentlemen, I will find a moment to disappoint you and get some more stuff to loot. Which is exactly as it should be. Fuck you. Come on. An insane amount of stuff we have here. Those also have a lot of fuel. Okay, hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. If the game is not completely ass to me, and there is a end of game like chase or escape sequence, in our case it's probably escape sequence, they will give me some sort of refueling station, because I cannot imagine that they wouldn't. Or they would, in which case, no? Just saying. I played enough video games that I know that when the end of the game requires you to do something,
You're
they...
almost to the threshold. Remember, Francis and I have got your back. Once you get that car to the well, we'll keep the gamma ray burst under control for as long as we can. Whatever happens, whatever state you find yourself in, the arc device will be your safety net. Use it. Get back to us, you hear me?
Ready when you are, driver.
I have a name. By the way. What would happen if I just walked there now, like by foot? Have you ever considered that? My gaming senses require that I loot absolutely everything, even though it is most likely not going to matter because it's the end of the game. Which makes me want to do it even more. Maybe my afterlife me needs it. You never know. The battery is not looking perfect. Oh, actually, you know what we could do? Okay, hear me out. One thing we're actually going to do. And I actually think this might be a good idea. We are A, charging our battery, and B, we are going from the limp pulse to the shield. Because if there is physical impact, we can now relatively easy... No, you know what? Relatively easy tank those. And we're even charging the battery with the ion torch. Haha, you see? We're approaching the end of the game. I'm using my things. Alright, boys. I think we are... I was about to say, I think we are done. No, we are not. Alright. We are ready. This is where everything started with.
Opening? Godspeed, driver.
Da passiert was!
Hoppy? Hoppy!
Did it work? What's the energy output? Damn it, Alan, I'm fine. Light nearly blinded me. Can you read it?
Yeah, let me see. 500 kilojoules? Hoppy, what is this?
The future. I call it limb waves.
Oh, plot twist. Poppy is the inventor of it. I just got damage. My screen was red. I didn't bought the upgrade that makes me resistant to fall damage. Because I now have fall damage.
Is it that time already?
So, about leaving Arda. I was thinking, how about by Christmas?
Yes, maybe. I just need to solve this instability issue. I loathe to think about leaving the Olympic Peninsula like this.
Yeah, there's always more to do.
I know. I'm sorry.
And I love you for it. I'm just wondering if you'll really be able to walk away from all this. It's okay if you can't.
You abandoned the world to work here beside me. Fair is fair.
Lentech is a world-changing discovery. Your world-changing discovery. Fairness isn't even a consideration.
We agreed to have children, and I'm not having them in this hellhole.
Good, because I'd love to have 8.
Then I hope you're ready to carry at least half of those yourself.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you, voice behind my ears. By the way, it actually came behind me. I don't know if you can audibly recognize this in the recording. A normal player would now turn around. I will not. Because this is what the game expects me to do. Unless this is an endless corridor, in which case I guess I have to turn around. I didn't saw any, okay, it's not a loop. Please don't actually damage me.
Tobias, the movers are here. Wait, why aren't you packed?
I ain't going.
The evacuation orders.
Evacuation orders can go to hell. We leave and we never see the inside of these walls again. All the things we've been investigating. The ripple, the echoes from the swamp, they'll all fade away. I'm gonna stay and chase down these stories. Wherever they take me.
Tobias,
Stay here. With me.
Gay. I gotta say, this is not the end I expected. Same as Outer Wilds. I didn't expect that end of Outer Wilds, but I vibed with it, I guess. I really hope I don't really get fall damage. Although it looks like it.
you here to quote?
I'm here to deliver the committee's decision. You have been found guilty of doctoring experimental data. This action is in clear violation of Arda's scientific integrity. Judgment has been rendered. You may stay and work, but your clearance will be lowered to level 3.
So I'm to be a glorified flash cleaner.
Take it as a win. You could have been court-martialed instead.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have liked that much better.
What I like has no bearing on this decision. See you on Monday, Dr. Cook.
Doc Cloak. Did my little Francis had something, has done something dirty? Was he the reason for the mass hallucination and can't remember? Oh, how the fick is plotting. I didn't got full damage this time.
Driver, do you read me?
Driver, you passed through some sort of opening. We managed to hold it steady, but the energy expulsion is growing. We don't have much longer.
Then
If
we
you
just
can hear this,
stay still.
you need to get back now.
Am I hallucinating? Like, can I wake up?
The gang's back together.
Tobias?
I never told you how grateful I was that you stayed behind in the zone with me. These years, best of my life. Foraging for mushrooms, slogging through swamplands, combing through hours and hours of terrible field recordings. Not a single moment wasted. Thank you. For everything.
It was all you. You made me feel capable. That anything was possible. That I wasn't some second-rate scientist. All my happiness was thanks to you. And I'm afraid of how I'll survive without you.
I'm not. You got this. You always have. Hey, Oppie. Alan sends his regards. And he wants to know why you haven't taken his advice yet.
People in the zone who die.
Is that a gumbaroo on your dash? No, I'll be damned.
The creature is called
Until next
Gambaroo.
time.
Tobias? Tobias!
Driver, if you can hear this, we can't keep the well stable for much longer. Wherever you are, come back.
I don't know how to come back. I'm already... Like, I don't want to sprint. That feels anticlimactic. I am walking quickly. But whoever sold all of these televisions, they must have an insane amount of profit that year. Warning. Something. Okay, I'm running now. There's no more dialogue. Okay, it feels like the game expected me to run all the time. So I'm could be up with the story because now I'm definitely not. Hello, car. Already started and everything. There's a single house. Okay.
Just a little longer. Hold steady, Francis.
Oh, I think I'm going to take this.
Keep those limb bases alive. Not even a 0.001 deviation, you get me?
I'm trying.
This is probably the worst thing that could have happened, and I loved it. Getting slung and then immediately landing on one of those fucking sky push thingamajigs. Kind of amazing. Not gonna be honest.
It's wobbling, Oppie. Anything we can do to stabilize things on your side?
Punching it as hard as I can.
I'm not sure if punching is... Actually, never mind. As a Titan main, I can reasonably accrue that, yes. Simply punching it is the correct solution. If I knew that, I would have taken the other thing as well.
Francis, hold tight.
I can. The face, it's deep thinking.
Driver, punch it. Go.
Okay, okay, I'm punching it. The end of the road, along for the ride. Return from the well with Tobias' favorite toy. Aww. Ah!
driver. All in
My
one
windshield
piece,
broke.
It looks like.
And no sign of the Remnant's energy signature anywhere in that car. You're free.
But the car's maintained its link to you. Fascinating.
Yeah.
You'll never know how far the Remnant's obsessions wormed into your head. But you should be safe from it getting any worse.
In theory.
In
Oppie,
theory.
I'm sorry. You didn't get to talk to Alan again.
We managed to pull off the near impossible. And the first thing you do is apologize?
Sorry. I mean,
Don't worry, it was Tobias's fault. He hogged the frequency all for himself yet again.
you heard him too.
I did. That means I didn't imagine that last conversation with Alan. And you know what else?
What?
That your theory was right. And Tobias called it. All that bluster, and he ended up showing us scientists a thing or two. Those moments we heard, they were all from the past. Being inside that well somehow allowed the Remnant to access those imprints and replay them.
Yeah.
But Tobias's voice wasn't from the past, it was from somewhere else entirely.
But where? And how?
No clue. Do me a favor. Once you figure it out, don't bother telling me. I'm leaving the zone.
I'm sorry, what?
Alan came to tell me goodbye, and that I was forgiven 37 years ago. I didn't listen. So now, finally, I'm going to take his advice. I should have left the zone a long time ago.
But if we solve this, maybe there's a way to speak to him again.
I heard what I needed to hear. It only took me 37 years to listen. Anyway, all that sounds like a young scientist game. It's not for me anymore. Francis, you decide what to do from here. You can carry the torch and continue the research, or get out of this cursed place and find your own way. It's your decision. And driver, you're free now. You can do what you want from here. But if you'll allow an old woman one last hope, stay here with Francis. There's so many more stories for the zone to tell. And the both of you are young enough to listen. My ears are bad. And I refuse to hear them. I've removed all access restrictions to my systems, Francis. The helm is yours.
Wait, I don't know if I can do this alone.
You're not alone. You've got clear eyes, ears open to the impossible, and the driver. Dr. Cook,
Call me by my name.
it's been a pleasure. This is Dr. Ophelia Turner. Signing off.
Oppie? Oppie! Really? Well, driver, if you don't mind sticking around with me, Oppie was right. There's still
1
so much
month.
of the zone that we
No.
still don't know about.
Trips, not days.
But with your help, we can tell those stories. I'm no Oppie, but I'll do the best I can. You're no longer bound to the car, but it stayed with you and will continue to protect you as you travel the zone. Go on then.
What?
As long as you're willing to drive, I'm along for the ride.
I was about to ask, why is this closed? That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. Somehow that's the end. I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting to get more into the story. Like I had this point multiple times that the story is quite hard to follow when you have a constant radiation storm chasing you and you're having to micromanage all your stuff while being on the drive and having other stuff that chases you and annoys you as well. So it was hard to me to follow, but I did follow it. I even listened to some of the dialogue again when I was cutting in quotation marks, the streams for the video archive, and I think I understood what happened, but I'm a bit disappointed in the end. First of all, it was more of the cinematic ending than the hard ending, and the funny wee was probably the best part. Somehow I was thinking that, we're going to find out what exactly gone wrong. I mean, we know what's gone wrong, but how to fix what has gone wrong and like revert the effects of the zone. Also, there was this undertone in all story dialogue, in all things that have been written in every thread, in every lore node, in every scan, in everything, that the zone is not sentient and is all of these things are just because they are. And I always thought like, okay, soon the game will drop the bomb and show some sort of entity that is the zone. I don't know. Insert your SCP or Eldritch Abomination. Take your guess. Doesn't matter. So I'm a bit estranged by this. I think it's the best way to say it. I had the same thought in here than in Outer Wilds. Like in Outer Wilds, you are Onyx. By the way, if you have not played Outer Wilds, here away for a moment, buy the game, play Outer Wilds, very important. Play the DLC then, and then come back to this point where I say my end of game critique and compare it to Outer Wilds. Okay, leave now. Okay. So when I played Outer Wilds, I had these stages of thought. First, I was unknowingly what is happening. Then I had the thought of, okay, I know what is happening, I think. So how do I prevent this? Then I know, okay, I see the greater picture. I have to save everyone. And then in the very end of the game, you realize you couldn't do anything. The end was written. It's just about you to have the next start. In this game, I had the first part, I had no idea. The second part, I think I know what is happening. And then there is nothingness. There is a end of game. You reach the well, you go inside, you stare at 19 trillion televisions. If I had my scrapper, I would have made a shit ton of loot out of this. And then the game ends. Yeah, okay. We've never seen Poppy. There was no NPC to see. We lost the bias, which is like, okay, I guess. He was funny sometimes, but other than that, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to think of this. The gameplay is fun, don't get me wrong, but the story feels like something built around. And the big problem I have is that people compared this game to Outer Wilds, which it is clearly not. Okay? That's just how it is. It is... I would argue it would be better if this game would not have a story. You just have increasingly difficult things, and the closer you go into the zone, maybe make the zone even more dangerous. I mean, I could have played another difficulty grade, but difficulty in this game is not actual difficulty, but things get broken more down, you get more damage, and you need more resources and whatever. That is not difficulty per se, that is tedium, which is not really something I need. I don't think if I had played any other difficulty, my thoughts would have been changed in any way or form. Oh, now it's called the back roads. This is also called... Oh no. Now this is called stabilizer. Back roads, back roads, back roads. Cool. Back roads. So the game is telling me, fuck off. Yeah, the expeditions, hear me out. They are funny. Yeah, sure. Maybe in the higher ranges, they're actually getting challenging. And give good rewards. I don't see myself doing enough expeditions to reach that level. Most importantly, because I like prepping and then having like a big setup which dominates everything, okay? Which I have in this car. This car is a driving fortress, okay? So I'm very conflicted with building everything out, removing all the items that have their dedicated place, and then go on an expedition with nearly nothing and just collect energy effectively, because that is all I really do. I don't have any incentive to do anything else. Like, why should I collect resources in expeditions if I can just do this and have way more control of what exactly I need and from where I'm getting it? I hope I'm not sounding like a broken record, but I am... If I don't have an incentive for something, it is really hard for me to do it. Yes, fun is an incentive, obviously. But it is not that black and white. As are most things in life. Wrong one. Oops. I would have liked a story beat where, like, you find an alternative ending, basically, where you can conquer and defeat the zone, shutting it down, making it all stable again, and more or less saving the Olympic Peninsula. I think this should be a thing. And if they are ever making DLC for this game, like, the expeditions are a free update, by the way, so I appreciate it. Not really something I'm interested in, but that's fine. I think people will enjoy that. But for me, what would be interesting for me is a extra DLC after the main game where you can decide to take the bigger challenge of closing the zone. I think that would be cool. How would that be possible? I don't know. What exactly does it mean that we are no longer connected to the car? Not at all? Nothing? Like, they told me that we are connected to the car. The Remnant has chosen us. And yet, it is a car. I have never really gone away insanely far. Maybe. You know, maybe. The car is really something like your safe haven, your anchor. If not now, I'm disconnected now, but during the story, and I would just, you know, I would just go more than 500 meters away. I would have hallucinations and a intense urge to go back to my car, which isn't the case. And I know, because I've been more than 700 meters away from my car. Not by design, nor by choice, but I've been. You see what I mean? Believe that we would say that. Why don't you? If it's not what he meant, it's what said, then should said what he meant. Yes. So will there be a story DLC for this game? I don't know, maybe. You'd have gotten no, absolute no Olympium during this run. Whatever. Yeah, story beside, the gameplay itself, it was similar to Raft, scrap mechanic, and Wave Edge in terms of, like, the base and your collectathon method. There are, however, some things in the core gameplay which I find a bit weird. Because, look at this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the fuel synthesizer. It uses 1.5 kilowatt to generate 0.06 fuel per second. Which effectively you are converting 1 kilojoule, a kilowatt, 1.5 kilowatt into 1 fuel. Okay? I think that is what it meant. That's cool. However, there is an electric engine in this game. I am not kidding you. You can build yourself a Tesla. More or less. Or like every other car, which is better. Don't care. And you have no method, in any way or form, to directly go from fuel to electricity. I mean, obviously, it would kind of defeat the purpose. But you can have this, where you're basically taking the anchor, and instead of using it to exit the zone, you put it in the car. And 100 kilowatt is more than the entire charge. Like, we have 80 right now. Okay? That would maybe work with an electric engine, but not really. Not really. Like, you're eating your exit effectively. It would probably work, but from the moment I have tested the AMP engine, the electric engine, I was not surprised by it. Also, going fast, the electric engine is quite fast. You can go really, really fast with it. It has a good torque. It has momentum. It has power. I don't need these things. In this game, if you are driving fast, just like real life, if you drive fast, you eat ass. You either have a wall in front of you, a random polar appearing in front of you, or insert any threat in this game, and that will crash you. Like, going fast in this game is not recommended, because you're always going to damage yourself and will lose more time in the end than that you gained by going fast. Maybe. Probably in higher difficulties of the game. What I could imagine is that when you drive, or like even if you have low time and the storm is approaching, instead of the storm closing in, you know, steadily, the storm closing in like, and you're immediately in yellow. And then the red zone comes, which takes a bit longer, but is also steadily on the way. In the time of, you know, the yellow storm is there immediately, and the red zone is what the yellow zone is normally. Then you have more incentive to go fast, which is probably in higher difficulties. That's probably how it's in higher difficulties, I would imagine. I don't know. On base game experience, you have no incentive. I would discourage people from going fast in the base game, because you will just get fucked. It really is like that. And I think that's it. Unless there is anything hidden or missed or to be discovered in any way or form, I would argue that we are done. Sure, we could get more Olympium. We could get more upgrades, more garage decorations and whatever. Holy shit, why is this steel instead of recruit. Was it always like that? No, I think that's randomly getting upgraded. Cool. Interesting. Some things are reset after the upgrade. Sorry, not upgrade. The game was fun. Don't get me wrong. I had a great time playing it. This game tickled this weird niche of game that I sometimes need to play. I'm playing a lot of games, and I am very happy I do, because just like everything else in life, I am extremely undecidable. And I want to play all the games. And this is basically one of the games which is very rare to come by. It is extremely niche. And I really enjoyed it. Aww. The wind turbine is now also worn out. Unreliable. It never was broken though, by the way. Well, whatever. I think that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. If this game is for you, then go play it. If it's not, then I don't know. Play something else you like. In the end, you have to enjoy it. That is the only thing that matters. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Pacific Drive in 31 trips. And this goddamn abomination. Yes, Malik, I'm sorry. I mean, this beautiful femboy. I don't know. Are you a... What exactly are you? You're weird. Yeah, you're weird. I have nothing more to say. Thank you all for watching. I wish you a pleasant weekend or week whenever you're watching this. I'm sure at some point in time the YouTube algorithm will put this video on some random, hello, you, yes, you are the random who are listening right now, who is then having this in like the background queue while he plays any sort of game. If you are this person, if you're that person who is having this video open in the background while playing other games yourself, take a moment and don't like the video, I don't care about that, but actually comment what game you're currently playing. I would just be curious to know. That's all I have to say. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Have a good one. Take care. Sleep well. And maybe even I see you next time.